And we are live. Hey guys, this is Larry and this is Max, and this is the Max and Larry Show. Welcome to Crypto Talk Now live on the Max and Larry Show. We are so grateful that you are here with us on your Saturday for the next hour or so. We have a good show planned for you today, and we hope that you are well. Along the lines of hope that you are well, Max, I hope that you got a little bit of sleep last night. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Yeah, I did get much sleep last night. I had just a hard time, I guess, just turning off my brain and thinking of everything. Our show, all the hot topics of the news, especially Terra Luna. And without further ado, I think we should just jump right into it. So back to you, Larry.
Yeah, let's jump into it. So I did a crazy thing today, and I think you know where I'm going with this. We'll play a little bit of the guessing game. We'll look at the market first overall. There is a good mix of green. And let me ask you a question before we play the little guessing game that we usually play. Did you purchase anything in the last 24 hours, Max?
No, I did not. I was awfully close to doing so, but I decided I was going to wait a little bit longer. Can you guess what that was that I was on
Yeah.
the fence about?
Was it Terra Luna?
Yeah, it was Terra Luna. So
All right, so we'll play the guessing game. I guess what you're on the fence about, because I know that you've kind of been obsessed with it in a good way the last couple of days, which is good because I have been too. Can you guess what I bought just probably like an hour ago? It's on the
Sierra,
screen.
Sierra.
Nope, that's close. You got two more tries.
Man, UST.
Close.
Oh my goodness! You actually bought some more Terra Luna.
Yep, I bought some more Terra Luna. I bought a little bit more Terra Luna. I think it was, yeah, I bought just 0.2 BNB because it's just down so low. But I know we talked about, I'm really waiting for it to go down lower, but I'm kind of like just slowly dollar cost averaging down just in case, because I've been hearing some mixed things about there possibly being a new plan implemented. But before we start talking further, let me just recognize, let's say hello to Legal Alien, friend of the show here. How are you doing today, Legal Alien? Hope you're doing well.
Hey, legal alien.
So yeah, so there's that, and then I'll wait for a couple more people to file in here, and we're going to get into some good topics today. We're going to talk about a couple of tokens that Max wants to talk about, and I want to hear about. Also, I have actually heard of both of them. I'm not invested in them. And also, we're going to talk more, guessing about the Terra Luna situation. It's such a hot topic, and Max just made a video about it. Also, I have to give an update. I have to just, I'm not going to be probably as angry or aggravated as I was last night. If you guys want to see my rant about what is going on with Terrarium, if you want to see the situation that's going on with myself and Terrarium in the Terrarium Telegram group, you can go back and watch last night's show. It's available on Twitter. It's available on Twitch. And it's also available, of course, on YouTube, because right now,
Looks like Larry's having some connection problems. But nonetheless, strange. Yeah, looks like he's having some connection problems. So, give us just a moment to see what's going on with that. I'm going to take a moment to, of course, welcome you guys who just recently joined in. We got Ride, who says he's got 1.9 million stack as far as, I imagine, Terrarium. He says he's holding indefinitely. Again, a warm welcome to Legal Alien. And we're just going to take a moment, of course, to see if we can get Larry back in regards to all of this. So, as far as some of these topics, hopefully you guys have seen some of the most recent news in regards to everything, of course, that's going on with not Terraria, well, that too. Terra Luna, in particular, the whole original proposal of not going ahead with the fork, and then the whole idea that now people are kind of, I guess you could say, listening to more CZ and his proposal of not doing the fork and kind of sticking towards that original plan that over 90% of the people wanted to see executed. So with that said, my thoughts are, uh, I'm glad to see that. But either way, I still saw value in it. If it even ends up flip flopping, I guess you could say, in which we end up getting the whole thing with what, a Luna Classic and then a new Luna and so on. But um, some of these things that happen within the last 24 hours in regards to the voting and so on, I think that's still the best way to go. I like the original idea, trying to preserve everything in regards to that. And I also like the idea of a V2 UST. I think that's definitely the right direction to go towards. And then last but not least, I will state this. I did make a video in regards to addressing my thoughts and concerns in regards to Terra Luna and how I personally feel bullish on that, while I realize I'm probably in a minority in regards to that. You don't want to miss that if you haven't seen it. It's on my own actual YouTube channel, which is Maximus Crypto. Yes, I'm a co-host, of course, with Larry with Crypto Talk Now. But nonetheless, if you want to check out that video, you are more than welcome to do so. I'm going to go ahead and put my YouTube channel in the comments for you guys to take a look. Just like what you see right there. And it's the latest video, which is addressing Terra Luna. It is kind of a lengthy video, but I did try to, I guess you could say, break things down, give you my analysis in regards to all that. I did want to make it more shorter, but nonetheless, I've had people reach out to me and say that they actually did appreciate me taking a little bit longer to explain some of the things and the reasons why I explained it the way I did. But yeah, nonetheless, moving further, I'm going to see just real quick what is going on with Larry. I'm actually getting a call from him, so I'll be right back. All right, guys. Sorry about that delay. Just an update on Larry. First of all, if you can even see what I'm saying to you or whatever, go ahead and just type a simple like 111, or just type in, just say hi or just anything, for I can see that you're still with me. Um, his connection actually got completely, as they would say, rugged. So his connection got rugged. There's a thunderstorm where he's basically at. He's on the other side of the country. Um, okay, so McGuire, he says, "Let's go." Thank you for that, McGuire. Appreciate that, guys. I'm gonna see if some of the permissions, as far as administrator things, will carry on over to me real quick. So I'm just gonna test something real quick because, believe it or not, Larry's not here. I did have some plans to share some things with you all in regards to today's show. So just give me a chance to see if I can actually do that. And I'm going to pull up my screen real quick, and hopefully it can. Thanks for, of course, bearing with me. This was kind of an unexpected thing that ended up happening. So let's see here. Just going to do window, StreamYard, share. All right. So what I want you guys to tell me real quick is, when I do this, are you able to see this page right here? And if you are, then we're going to go ahead and continue with the show. If not, well, unfortunately, guys, I think we're going to have to wrap up the show if that ends up the case. So if you guys could just give me a heads up and let me know about that, you know, we'll go from there. So I'm going to give you guys a moment because I realize there's probably about 30-second to 1 minute delay between myself and what you guys receive. You don't see it. Yikes. Okay. Well, I guess it's good that we are figuring these things out now instead of moving on forward. All right, I'm going to try one more thing. And if that doesn't work, then unfortunately, I guess I will go ahead and maybe just end the show early, which is unfortunate. Give me a second. Let's see. This actually might work. All right. So with that said, let me know if you guys see this. If you don't, then we're unfortunately going to have to end it here in a bit. All right. Well, actually, Larry says he's there. Hang on. He's going to try to reboot. Yeah, I'm sorry about this, guys. I apologize. Maybe in the future I could get some kind of admin setting. So it just, if his connection gets rugged, as he would say, I can instantly just come right on back in, and with that. But nonetheless, let me know if you guys can actually see this screen right up right now. It should be a blue screen talking about Voyager, for instance. I'll just give you guys like a few seconds to let me know about that. Any of you guys? No. Dang. All right. I still am going to give Larry a chance to come back here. And again, guys, we do apologize for this. It's just, technical problems with a thunderstorm and whatnot. So with that said, again, I'm going to give you guys my own YouTube channel, which is Maximus Crypto. Whenever you get a chance, I did recently make a new video addressing Terra Luna. Maximus Crypto. Whenever you get a chance, I did recently make a new. All right, Larry's back.
Can you see me? I was like, there was a lag there. I was watching on my phone because okay, so guys, I think you explained what happened is we're having a bad thunderstorm here, and I temporarily lost my internet. So I had the thunderstorm rugged my connection, and I am back, and I'm grateful to Max, and we will get Max some sort of administrative control over this StreamYard. It's just that I am not tech savvy, and it didn't work out because we haven't figured that out yet on my end, but we'll have Johan come over sometime. He's my friend that's a tech guy, and he will set that up for Max. So I'm grateful that we are back.
I am so grateful too, guys, and we're grateful for you all. You guys could have all just said bye, Felicia, and took off while he was gone, but we still have a decent crowd here. So, guys, thank you so much for that. I mean, that means a lot to us. It tells us that you know what, you guys aren't going to just bail on us and whatnot. I see that Cody Core is here, McGuire, Ride. Um, guys, thank you. Can't thank you enough. I really appreciate you. Still sticking around. That was really nice of you.
Yeah, I really appreciate you guys bearing with us. At the end of the day, this is the show for you. And I pulled my computer totally down. I'm getting up my secondary stream or screen, and I'm actually going to my email and pulling up all the links that Max has been nice enough to send me. So if you bear with me for a few more seconds, we will have my screen back up and running, and you will be able to see everything that is going on. There's a message here. Okay, so we're almost at the point where we're getting everything back up for you guys. Let's push the crypto bubbles button as well. Okay, we are back, and there are 11 people. Screw you guys, I'm going home. Okay, laugh out loud. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, we appreciate each and every one of you spending about an hour of your time here with us on Saturday. Just a couple of program notes. Just so you guys know, we are changing this is the last weekend format, or last Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to go to now 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so just 1 hour earlier. Tomorrow will be our first Sunday at the 3 p.m. slot. So we will actually have a show every single day, 7 days a week at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That'll probably be mostly myself. And then when Max has a schedule, he has a schedule conflict right now, but in June, he won't have that conflict, and he'll more than likely join me at the 3 o'clock time slot. But we'll also be maintaining our nightly Max and Larry show. That's our main show on our channel here, and that's going to be every night, Monday through Friday, still at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sorry, so I got the programming notes out of the way. Let's jump over to the screen. We were kind of talking.
I was just going to add real quick. I was going to state that as far as me not joining Larry, I will be able to join him at the new 3 p.m. time slot on the weekends. So even though our show is going to be an hour earlier than it normally is on the weekends, I will be able to join him and co-host the show with him at that 1 hour sooner time slot. So I just want to throw that out there just for the weekend. And of course, after right around June 1st and moving forward, yes, I'll be able to join. I'll be a lot more free. So there you go.
That'll be great. Yeah, thank you for clarifying that, Max. I didn't really explain that well enough. And welcome to anybody that's just joined us. Welcome to all of those that are joining us. Hopefully, I'm not on Twitch right now, but we are on Twitch right now. This is being cast on Twitch as well. And also, anybody that is watching from our Twitter family, our Twitter community, welcome, welcome, welcome. We have so many things to talk about, and I don't want this to be a negative show, and this is not going to sound too negative, but I'm going to look at the silver lining in the clouds. Just like the sun's coming back out here, we had like a 10-minute heavy thunderstorm, and I lost my internet connection. So here is the silver lining in the clouds for Terrarium. Okay, so I was upset last night. If you want to watch it, go back and watch last night's stream. Also, Max did a great job of talking about Luna and making a case for whether or not you might want to take a look at purchasing some or not. He made a good case there, a good analysis. Also, so here's the latest and greatest and not so great stuff. So when it comes to Terrarium, I'm kind of using it as an example to try to clean up the space when it comes to Telegram groups that are connected to coins and tokens in this space for crypto. Because all that happened was originally I messaged somebody, a member of the dev team on Terrarium, and I just said, hey, we just had the team from Shinobi. Great. It was great to have them on. That was like our first big show where we had developers on. We had the Shinobi Strong, Cliff, and we also had Keith from CVC. He's been on a few times. We love all those guys because of the transparency. And even though I have a very small bag left of Shinobi, I still care about the project, and Max certainly does. And there are viewers here and subscribers that we're grateful for that also are big on Shinobi. So,
and the community, community is so powerful,
very powerful. And so I feel strongly still about Terrarium, and I consider myself part of that community because I am invested since day one, and I did go back and purchase 2 more bags. And I have not sold 1 token of Terrarium, and I'm not selling. Now, I got upset last night, and here's why. So I wanted to get them on the show, so I follow the chain of command, and I messaged one of the people on the dev team, And I was ignored. Okay, so maybe they didn't check the Twitter. I showed it to Max, and he's like, there wasn't a double check, so maybe they didn't check the Twitter. Okay, I can understand that. But I put it out there, that I made it known on Twitter that, hey guys, like I just joined your Telegram group and I can't type. So I'm thinking it's a technical issue, or maybe I'm doing something wrong. So they tell me I've got to go through the CAPTCHA test, and I go through that and I still can't do it. I did it several times. So then I finally get let in, and they're the wise guys from the dingbats that run these Twitter groups, or whatever you want to call them, the freaking dingbat, the ding dongs. I'm coming up with these different names. Basically, I'm trying to say other words that are fun for idiots. The idiots that are running these things, because Patches could run these things better. My dog can run it better. I can train him to be able to reply back to somebody. He can push this button. He doesn't have thumbs. He's a dog, but he can push the button with his paw. So they won't push the button and respond back to me. And they won't say, look, Larry, we're sorry, we don't want to come on the show. Okay, that's one thing. But I'm still an investor. I'm more important as an investor to them than a YouTuber, right? This is a small platform. It's going to get bigger. But I'm still an investor. So they should care about me and the 7 other people that I know that are invested in this thing, right? And most of those people follow this show, those other 7 people. So my feelings, got hurt a bit because they're not letting me in. And then they do the wise guy thing, the dingbats over there that are running the ding dongs, dingbats, whatever you want to call them, that are running the Telegram spaces, or whatever they call them, the Telegram groups, right? They post on there like wise guys. Hey, is this you? And all it was just a little thing of me saying hello. That's literally all I said, because I wanted to make sure I was in. I just said hello. And then to make a mockery of the situation, or me, or whatever, afterwards they rug me, right? They block me. They put the wall up, not rugging. They build a little brick wall, brick. And they totally banned me from Telegram, from their Telegram group. And congratulations, like I said yesterday, you're the only ones that I'm invested in that have blocked me. I don't even think that I'm at a Phantom project, and they unblocked me the next day because I complained about it. They listened, right? They did the right thing because of freedom of speech. Well, these guys, there's an old Italian expression. I'm not going to say it in Italian because my Italian's not that good. There's an Italian expression that says, the fish rots from the head. So what that means is, have you ever heard that one, Max?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I just want to tell you that the fish, it rots from the head. You're gonna kiss the ring on my wedding.
The fish stinks from the top. The fish rots from the head down. What that means is, it comes from leadership. The leadership team, or the development team, somebody over at Terrarium, doesn't need to be the doctors, doesn't need to be the pilot, Milton, or whoever these people are. It doesn't need to be these guys, but somebody needs to grab the dingbats, the guys that are in control, the inmates that are running the asylum over at Telegram, and they need to say, look, we need to be welcoming in our communities for our investors. If the guy's saying hello, that's not something to ban him for. There's somebody, so somebody has to know what's going on, because I did direct message them on Twitter, and I also direct message a member of the development team over on Telegram. And look, my job is to rattle the cage. I'm rattling the cage, or lighting the fire, because I want to clean up the Telegram spaces. There's a lot of scams. We could talk about that another time on Telegram, but this is something directly with the legitimate Telegram group for Terrarium, something that I'm personally invested in. I just made a couple tweets prior to the show. I said, hey guys, just do the right thing. I'm going to read you on the phone, and then I'm going to spend just give me 2 more minutes at maximum, Max. I'm going to read you this. Bear with me on my phone.
No problem.
Go pull it up on the computer, because, all right, I just said, hey, blank. Hey, member of the dev team. I'm not going to say that person's name because they're not here to defend themselves. Anybody can come on here and defend themselves if they want. It says, I'm not sure what the issue is with whoever runs your Telegram group, but you need to unblock me. As a serious investor, and one that's part of a network of investors, this is simply unacceptable. I have been invested since day one and have bought 2 more bags since then. Do the right thing. All I said in the Telegram was the word hello. I put it in quotes. Hello. That's all I said. And I complained about not being able to get in, but I gave them the benefit of the doubt. I did it in a nice way. I said, look, there's some kind of issue. I can't get in. And now they, somebody has to take control of these, like shake the dingbats over at Telegram and wake them up and say, look, this guy's got a lot of money invested in this thing. Like they don't know, like, can you just add up in your mind, guys, like what does 7 people hold? Like, are we holding $100 of this thing? Like 7 people that are together buying this stuff. Like, this is like serious, like money. It's not like my largest investment, but like, like these things count. And I need to be able to feel welcomed in the community. I still consider myself part of the community. Like I might start my own Terrarium Telegram group and run it the right way. Like for the people that are invested. All right. So I'm going to shut up because I want to read these comments. Let's get the comments up on the screen.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
glad you are, because I saw that was it McGuire posted that he was blocked and he doesn't know why. So
yeah, I wanted to bring that up. I did see that. Yeah, the fish always stinks at the head first. Right. The leadership needs to take charge. Look, if you've got millions and millions of dollars at a doctor, right? For Dr. Praveen, he's got $77 million in Saitama. He made the same mistake I did. I didn't have that much. He didn't take profits, but he believed in the project. So I heard that story and I believed in him. Still believe in him. But look, you have the money to hire somebody to respond to somebody on Twitter. You have the money to respond to somebody on a private message on Telegram. You don't have to do it yourself, Dr. Praveen or Milton or any of these people, but you could pay somebody $10, $15, $20 an hour to respond and give a high level of client service. That's what it is. Like, you're trying to be a centralized exchange. Come on, guys. He says, right, laugh out loud, Nate, Nay. And okay, so McGuire says, I'm blocked too. And I don't know why. Like, this is the thing. Like, what are we doing here, guys? Like, I'm guessing that McGuire is probably invested in this, or maybe he got disgruntled and, sold off. But okay, the scammers are very active. But look, they know who I am, whether they like me or not. I'm telling them flat out that I'm an investor. They know that who I am. I don't have to be a big influencer. I'm directly messaging them. They can come on here and talk to me. They can have my phone number and talk to me to verify who I am, that I'm a real person. This is not a scam. I'm literally just trying to come in and say good morning. All right. So yeah, so we don't want to go. Scammers are very active. Let's Max, let's jump over to you tell me exactly what you want to oh yeah, look, so McGuire says he's in. Yeah, he is invested. There you go. That's person number 8. I'm going to consider that I know McGuire because he's watching the show. Hopefully he's a subscriber, but that's 8 people now that I know either personally or through this show and that are invested in Terrarium. Like, we want some answers. Why are you blocking people? What are you scared of? Like, you're scared of someone saying good morning? Like, I never caused trouble in
what about
Telegram
me?
groups.
I mean, like, for instance, like, it's been on my watch list for a while. I've been on the fence of getting into it, but when I hear negative press, and especially the way my co-host is treated, members of our community, what have I said before in regards to like other projects like Teddy Doge? You could be the greatest thing since sliced bread. You might have crazy price action, but at the end of the day, I may just decide to heck with you guys because there's still other investments out there, and I might just go with that because of the way myself or a colleague or members of our community have been treated. At the end of the day, they got to realize that, and also at the end of the day, they need to realize that, whether a person's getting a $100 bag or they're a whale and they're going to buy a $100,000 bag, each person should be treated the same. So
Exactly. Power to the people, power in numbers. Look, it's all about getting holders and investors. It doesn't matter. The person that is invested $100 today, if they really like the project, you don't know who they are. They might 2 months from now invest $10,000 or $100,000. Like Max is saying, look, Cody Core is in there. That makes 9 people. Hey, look, clip this right now. If you're a member of the Terrarium dev team, or somebody of if you're one of the dingbats that runs their Telegram group, clip this right now. Look, you have myself and 8 other people now that I know that are connected to this show that watch the Max and Larry show and watch Crypto Talk Now, the channel. We are all concerned investors. We are not here to cause trouble. We want to say hello to the community and try to figure out a way to further the project. Don't block somebody like me. That's a big mistake. You're asking for trouble. Like, it's just stupid. Like, in the words of CZ, it's stupid. There
and
you
that's
go.
not
Like,
a
he's
threat.
a lot smarter than I am.
Yeah, don't if you are dev and you're watching, it's not a threat or anything like that. It's just the reality of it.
We're trying to help you guys. I want my investment to do well. Like, why would I not? I mean, this is stupid. And if I, even if I don't want to be in it anymore, I want to do well so I can sell out. Just like I said yesterday, like, that's probably what I'm 95% leaning towards doing that. Unless I see things change and I get like a personal apology, I'm probably just going to wait for it to pump. And then I'm just going to sell it all out. I'm not going to try to sway anybody, the other 8 people that are here. You guys are adults and you do whatever you want. And I don't feel ethical in trying to sway anybody from anything. I'm never going to tell you to buy, sell, or hold any type of asset. That's not what it's about. All right. So, Max, what do you want to talk? Which one do you want to go with first?
Believe it or not, we'll just go with that one for now.
The Voyager? Okay.
Yeah. And you guys may be wondering, why the heck is Maximus talking about Voyager? I thought he was a big crypto.com guy. Well, I am a big crypto.com guy, but I also want people to realize, especially, our community, that at the end of the day, we're always going to show you guys opportunities. And the way I look at it is, this is a unique opportunity, currently speaking. So, in anything, there's cycles. So check this out. I remember right around this time, believe it or not, of last year, um, how it went was Voyager was the exchange slash the app that was absolutely saturated with all sorts of people trying to get on it. Now, if you've been around since back then, you are familiar with this, and you had to get put on a wait list. And then, um, for some people like myself, that wait list was way too long. So, for one, you get put on the wait list, then you have to do kind of like your own KYC, if you will, in which you have to get approved as far as verification, uploading documents, et cetera, et cetera. Now, there's a unique thing. The unique thing is at that time, um, people were able to see what people were able to see that, for those who already got the app and were using it, and uh, we're past that waitlisting, part of it. They got the benefits of using this and getting certain cryptos that they couldn't get anywhere else. That was a problem at that time. So, for people like me and whatnot who happen to download this app of Voyager um, and whatnot, we were like, no, well, I want to get Shiba Inu. And guess what happened? There was another app, there was another rival, and it was what? Crypto.com's app. And there wasn't no big wait list or anything like that. And we could just hop right on over to there. But the big player, the big exchange, centralized exchange at the time was Voyager. And at the time, I believe if we pull up CMC, I'm going to state that it was probably worth a little over $3.50. I'm going to pull up right now as Larry is pulling it up. And we're just going to look at the history of it just real quick. So I do see here that around that time, roughly about late April, May. Yep, just like I stated, about $3.50, right around May 15th of 2021. Man, I'm glad I remember that. All right, so where am I going with this? Where I'm going with this is this: never turn a blind eye, as I say, to um, exchanges, and particularly their native token that represents that exchange. Hence, Voyager token. I believe Voyager token right now is a good buy if you look at native exchange tokens. And as Larry's pulling this up, on the CMC page, for instance, I'm just going to go back to where he's at. You'll see this. So, for instance, I just mentioned the $3.50 mark roughly. We also saw all-time highs. Not all-time highs. I'm sorry, second all-time highs. But it was a pretty healthy graph from about February of last year to roughly. I'm gonna pull up on mine again. Sorry, till about roughly what, the end of the year. So you had a time period of probably close to $6 at the end of February of last year till the end of last year, which was around the $4 to $3.50 mark.
Let me just
All right,
interrupt you for a second, Max. I just want to welcome those that have just joined
sure.
us, those that are coming in and watching on Twitch, those that are watching on Twitter, of course, and of course, YouTube. Also, just want to recognize Shaman says, he says, when I see a project blocking people, it's a big red flag. I'm sure that Max and I, well, we both agree with what you're saying there. But yeah, I'm sorry, Max.
No, don't need to be sorry. We always want to take priority to welcome our community or even new people who have never been here before. So just want to take a moment to, of course, thank you guys for joining us on this Saturday afternoon slash evening, depending on where you're at. We're currently looking at the Voyager token, and the reason why we're looking at this is because at the end of the day, there's some exchanges that have what? Native tokens, and this happened to be one that caught my eye recently as being a good buy as far as where the price currently is and where I actually see it going into the future. And it's funny, I just want to take a moment to explain this. These exchanges kind of go through these cycles. So, like I mentioned before, this time last year, it wasn't crypto.com that was the big player as far as like, the price of Chronos and whatnot. Last year, the price of Chronos was like even cheaper than I got it, right? It wasn't like 17 cents. It might have been like maybe 12 cents or something like that. Don't quote me on it. But the point is, Voyager was the big player. Now, you may be thinking, well, why look at Voyager now if crypto.com and some of these other exchanges with their native token are the big players? Because this is an exchange slash, an app and so on in which they can rebound very quickly. One thing that strikes or stands out for me, Mark Cuban at Dallas Mavericks games, he's always not only just trying to promote, Dogecoin, but he doesn't even mention crypto.com. He will mention Voyager's app.
Yeah.
So he has a lot of clout. He owns an NBA basketball team. He used to own Yahoo. He's still a star on the reality TV show Shark Tank. I mean, he's got a lot of sway as far as when he opens his mouth, people listen. So that's where I'm going with it. And I'm also looking at things like the current market cap on it. In the rank. I mean, heck, it's still ranked like in the top 500, not just top 500. It's currently ranked 139. It's got a market cap of 217 million. I easily see it's getting back to half a billion again. But what was that?
No, I was just going to interject. I mean, I don't know if I'm sure you mentioned it or maybe I missed you saying it, but look at the high in the last year was $7.50. I mean,
right,
yeah.
exactly. So the way I look at it is don't ever turn a blind eye to exchanges that have a native token that represents the exchange, whether it's crypto.com with Chronos. Obviously, we're big fans of that, right? And rightfully so. At the same time, again, I can't reiterate enough. This time last year, if we were, doing a show or so on, the one that would have stood out would definitely would have been Voyager. But again, with their platform, they should have realized and prepared, kind of like how Chronos did, aka Crypto.com, and that is not everybody's going to wait for you to be taken off the wait list, or you know what I mean. People
Yeah.
are going to do what? They're going to do what I did. They're going to jump ship, and they're going to go with the next exchange, and the next one up has to be Crypto.com. And what did I do? Just like what a lot of people did. It says it right in the name, crypto. And I was like, wow, crypto.com. And then when I played around with it, I was like, wow, this is super easy to use. Sorry, Voyager. But at the time, I was looking at like what? I was looking at Voyager, I was looking at Gemini, I was looking at all these other ones. And then so I think that's just what happened with a lot of people. They got on crypto.com and the rest is history. But there's still money to be made. It's still an opportunity. You may not actually use the Voyager token, just like for instance, you may not use KuCoin's exchange or any of these. But at the end of the day, exchanges do have native tokens, whether it's Voyager, Crypto.com, heck, Pancake Swap, all those, right? Again, it's just recognizing opportunity. Um, we do have their particular site. I have that pulled up. I know Larry doesn't, and that's okay if you don't pull it up. For instance, like it mentions, you could earn up to rewards at 12%. It's similar model, crypto.com. Like, they have incentives for staking and whatnot. They even have debit cards, all that stuff. So take a look into it if you want. I thought it was a pretty good play. I do see this taking off soon. I would say anywhere from 30 to 90 days. There should be, significant price action. Again, none of this is financial advice to you guys, but we do try to let you guys know what cryptos that we see on our radar and share that with you guys. So we can go ahead and move on from here. Larry, if you
Yeah.
want to point something out.
Yes, I
before
do
we
want to point something out. I actually want to point out your website because I want to get you some more subscribers, and you guys really ought to go and take a look at Max's latest video here. He posted it 7 hours ago. It's really in depth about his argument or his thoughts on investing in Terra Luna. And it's right over here. So you can go subscribe to him and check out the video. It's Maximus Crypto. And right here, it's Terra Luna Unrealistic Price Prediction. And the rest of the title says rooting for a penny instead of a dollar. So it's a really in-depth video. Definitely something that you should take a look at. He makes a strong case for what he's doing. So definitely check that out. And guys, also, if you have not followed us both on Twitter, this show main Twitter account is Crypto Talk Now 21, and of course Max's personal Twitter handle is DPG Maximus. It's up in the left-hand corner and also in the link in the description. So yeah, so I've got to recognize a couple people here. Iron Lux Trader is giving us a emoji where I don't know if he's holding on to a fist of money or clapping or what. You can't see. You see it? Yeah. So also,
Oh yeah,
Shaman,
let's see. I was navigating through multiple pages. I wasn't ignoring it, or
that's okay.
you know.
Shaman says he's got a wrench in his name. That's kind of cool. We need to learn how to give people wrenches. When we do, I promise Common Sense he'll have the first wrench. So I've got to talk to Johan and figure that out. Shaman says, what percentage of growth has Voyager had versus Crow?
Well, the answer to that, it just depends. Are you looking at from the like a 1 year outlook? Because if you're looking at from a 1 year outlook, it's literally been something that has kind of like like they flipped basically. One, you know, the new king is crypto.com. If you compare, like I'm looking at right now compared to last year. If it was last year, again, it would have been definitely Voyager. Um,
Is,
you know,
is
go ahead.
Cartman here? Is Cartman here? Is that what he's saying? He's trying to get you to. He's trying to get Cartman in here. Look at the emoji.
No,
Right
that
there.
doesn't necessarily mean that Cartman's in here, but if Cartman was here, he'd probably say something like you know, something like,
Ikaka, Nafi, wanna pet my kitty? I like kitty poos. I'm gonna use the Voyager app.
anyway.
Thank you for that, Cartman. So yeah, so I'll just give my quick thoughts on Voyager. Voyager, I have heard good things about. I'm not, I don't have the app. I haven't invested in Voyager, but I do want to check it out and see what they have.
But that's the
All,
point I'm trying to make.
yeah,
You don't even need to have the app to be
right.
invested in any of this. It's just recognizing opportunity. Do yourself a favor, compare this to crypto.coms, and again, like you'll see that literally the two like exchange each other. Now, you know what? While we're on the subject of flipping the script and one became, had the title of king, I guess you could say, and then the other one isn't. The big hot topic is what? Kronos, right? AKA crypto.com's coin, and comparing that to BNB, Binance, and, a hot topic on many YouTube channels, right? Influencers and so on are always stating, even myself, that eventually, hold on a sec.
And I'll just interject about Voyager. So here's my quick thing. I'm kind of bullish overall on exchange tokens because remember when the regulation comes in, I'm of the opinion that a lot of people, especially new people, are going to feel more comfortable purchasing their crypto on a centralized exchange. So when they do go with somebody like Voyager or Crypto.com or KuCoin or whoever it is, they're going to be more than likely encouraged or swayed to go ahead and pick up some of the exchange tokens. So that's kind of my thoughts on that. So back to
Sorry
you,
about
Max.
the interrupt. Yeah, sorry about the interruption. What I was going to state is, so obviously the hot topic all the time is, will crypto.com surpass Binance? And my answer is this: just like how we're given an analysis in comparing like charts of Voyager where it was last year and how that was the the top dog and crypto.com wasn't. You should look at that kind of like how we're looking at where Binance currently is and where crypto.com currently is. And if we had a chance, you will notice, not here, but if you scroll further down and you pull up Kronos, we don't have to necessarily do this. But I was going to state is, there's an area on where it says market, and you will see, for instance, actually not on the Voyager token, but my point is, you can go through it yourself, right? We're not making this up. It will show on BNB compared to crypto.com. It's literally like this steady decline wave, right, of new holders or new investors, right? Where on the other hand, you have Kronos, and it's literally going up in the opposite direction. So at the end of the day, it's just like, yeah, if they keep this up, right, especially from a marketing perspective, Kronos literally is going to bypass Binance. It's just a matter of time. Like there's some analysis that show anywhere from like 1 to 2 years. Me personally, I don't know if I will state that, but I'm going to go ahead and say about maybe 2 to 3 years. 2 to 3 years, the longest maybe 5. It will bypass BNB, and that's huge because for one, all the people like myself who have gone into it and did dollar cost averaging and then staking, and then staking leads to what? Takes the coin out of circulation. They do massive burns. That's another thing. If you don't know about Chronos, they do massive burns. Um, and then on top of that, the whole thing of not just the staking incentives, but it's the compounded interest. That's a thing that a lot of people don't really even mention nowadays. I don't know why. Compounded interest, is so much more than what you're just currently earning with, your 11 to 12% of staking on Chronos. So back to you.
And yeah, so Cody Core, we really appreciate Cody. He's one of the original. He's one of the OGs of the Crypto Talk army here, and he
knows. He said Crow would flip BNB. Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he agrees with us on that. And I'm one of the ones. I'm in the crow.com, or I'm in the crypto.com, the Chronos, whatever they're calling themselves now. But crypto.com, I'm in the camp of them at one point flipping the market cap of BNB for sure. So let's move on, Max. Just in the element of time here, we want to make sure we give some time to talking about this other one here, the graph that you want to talk about.
Well, before we get into that, guys, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already. It really helps us, especially with the remaining amount of time we have left. Please, by all means, subscribe to myself on Maximus Crypto, and also subscribe to our show/channel, which is Crypto Talk Now with Max and Larry. All right, so looking at this right now, this is the graph. I actually wish that Common Sense was around to see this live, but it's okay. That's why we have what? Recorded streams. Freaking go back. So I know it was Common Sense. I know a few other people were like, hey, Max, I remember a few weeks ago you mentioned the graph. Can you please cover that again? And my attitude is, yeah, absolutely. Let's cover it again. So what you see here, and I'll look at the same screen as Larry this time. So the way you should look at the graph is like this, okay? It's basically the concept of Google. Seriously. It's not Google, though. It's the concept of Google, but for crypto. So it says, for instance, APIs for a vibrant, decentralized future. The graph is an indexing protocol for querying networks like Ethereum and IPFS. Anyone can build and publish open APIs called subgraphs, making data easily accessible. And the cool thing about this is being able to switch to a different screen to show a different screen of your dog. But anyway, but we're back to this. Okay.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I thought I lost something here, but yeah, I'm on the right one.
Sorry. So what I was going to state is it's very appealing, of course, to what? Developers, because at the end of the day, this is doing what? It's creating the utility. They need to be able to quickly, in their own way, query and index any type of crypto project. And they give you an example, for instance. So let's go down just a little bit further on this page. Here's kind of like what I'm talking about. So it says, which governance proposals have the most rep? So, if you do the typical query, like let's say you had a recent project, you just launched it, on Zilliqa's blockchain, right? And you want to be part of their ecosystem and so on. There's the old way of doing that and not being able to see much of like the code. We're always talking about analyzing the code. Well, with this, for instance, with the graph, it says a global GraphQL API. Subgraphs can be composed into a global graph of all the world's public information. Hence why I'm making the Google reference, because what? People go on Google, they get the world's information on just about anything. You can ask Google just anything, and it's going to pop up with a good search result. So, for instance, it says this data can be transformed, organized, and shared across applications for anyone to query just within a few keystrokes. Now, this is crucial for the onboarding of what? New token and coin projects. So much so that they recognize how this is an important tool, an important utility to them. Now, you may be wondering, well, about for the retail investor, like, how is this going to be appealing to me? Where it's appealing is they are onboarding just about anyone and everyone that is a major crypto project. And again, it's kind of like the concept of Google. When Google first came around, they had to do what? Get more noticed, and they also had to also do what? Build up a bigger database, et cetera, et cetera. That's what I see going on with the graph. And moving forward, I just think they stand out compared to a lot of other crypto projects. And with that said, currently speaking, as far as price action, I'm just going to pull that up real quick. I mean, as the saying goes, like maybe trading sideways or whatever, but it's still a pretty significant buy compared to when I was actually thinking about getting into it at the beginning of the year. Sitting a little bit above 15 cents. We did see this go to all-time highs. I'm actually going to pull it up real quick. So all-time highs was February of 2021. It was about $2.34. And I definitely seen this rebound. I feel as though if you ever were thinking about maybe possibly getting into this, um, you should take a serious look into it. Again, not financial advice or anything, but at the end of the day, if you're looking to diversify your portfolio and you're looking to get into something that's, getting away from the puppy dog emus of the world and so on, check this one out. Currently ranked 52, and it has strong utility. They do a decent amount of volume. They do have confirmed market cap sitting a little over a billion, 83. And as far as holders and so on, quite a few holders. I don't know if Larry has that up right now. I'm actually on my own screen, but yeah, Larry, just go to that real quick where it says holders. You'll see they have a close to 100,000 holders, so it's pretty significant. There you go. Yeah, about 100,000 holders.
Let me just interrupt you real quick because I want to welcome for the first time that I've seen a comment here, Made in Shiba. He says, hello from France. So welcome. I think you might be the first person that we recognize that is from France. That is really great. We've had a lot of viewers from around the world, and we welcome you, Made in Shiba. Come back and join us tomorrow as well at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then Monday through Friday, you'll see us at 9
bonjour,
p.m.
monsieur.
Yeah. Go ahead. Speak in French if you need to.
Oh, I said yes.
Bonjour.
Yeah, hello, sir, basically is all I said.
Parlez-vous français?
I don't.
Okay, let's jump over back to what you were saying about the holders.
So, it's significant, guys. I mean, we're literally talking, rank 54th. They have a decent amount of holders. Holders isn't what? Retail investors like you and I and so on. Literally, like Investor Place. I'm always talking about Investor Place. Luke Lango and Charlie Shrem. They often cover this. I'm not getting compensated for this in any way. Neither is Larry. But at the end of the day, our approach is, yeah, if it's a low cap market token that is just like has a strong community and it's just like, well, we can't turn an eye to this. Obviously we're not, but our approach as a lately and moving forward, at least for myself, is I am getting away from as Larry would say, the puppy dog emus of the world and so on. I feel as though that is so 2021. We're into 2022. We need to start having a more of a bigger outlook at the top 500 at the very least on ranking. And this is currently ranked. I think I just said 54th and so on, 52nd, and that's going to fluctuate. But again, really, what stands out with this, and I'm not the only one that's going to pound this home. If you leave with anything, if you just connected, like what's his name from France? I'm sorry, I'm gonna get your name again. Made in Shiba. Yeah. If you just came here, at least leave with this in your mind, and that is the graph is basically like the concept of Google, but for crypto. Look into it for yourself. And if you disagree, I would love to hear from you in regards to that. And we can have a polite conversation if you want. Either offline or whatever. You can DM me. I'm always available. So
okay. Okay. I think we saw you yesterday or the day before. Welcome back, and thank you for your comment. He says Luna has broken out. Double bottom, no more. So he must be looking over at the Luna chart. So
we're going to take a brief look at that unless you
want to look at it. Okay. Let's see here. So I'm going to pull it up.
While he's pulling that up, guys, don't turn a blind eye to the graph. There isn't like a lot going on yet, but when this market turns green, the onboarding of new crypto projects, they're going to be using that. Think about it. Look at all the people who use Google. Literally, it's like Google for crypto. And I'll just leave you with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something I've heard of. I might have a teeny tiny bag because I think they gave me some free on maybe Coinbase to learn about the graph. I think they gave me like $3 worth of it or something like
Right.
that.
Yeah, I remember that too. I did that too.
Yeah. Okay, so he's saying now. Remember, I'm not a chartist, but he is saying that Luna has broken out. There's a double bottom, no more. Okay, so uh, is he talking about this point to this point? Maybe I'm not sure. Maybe. Oh, he's talking about maybe from here to here, a double bottom. I'm not sure really, but it's well. No, wait. I have this wrong. Hold on. Let me just put it on. Let me put it on a 1 hour chart. Maybe see a little bit.
I know it sounds crazy for us to root for that to be more bearish, because we obviously want to
Oh,
see everything do a bull
yeah.
run.
Let me just tell you my theory.
Sure.
So here's my theory about what happened, and this is like kind of a conspiracy theory about Luna. With this first plan, and then it became 2.0. Maybe it's being voted, but there's people catching up to try to shoot it down. Maybe they're trying to do like such a horrible plan because they don't want it to go through, but they just want people to be scared and sell off so that it reduces it way down as far as possible so that they then the dev team or whatever can go in and buy it up and then implement some sort of a plan that includes a burn. So, I mean, that's kind of like I know, kind of a conspiracy, but I heard there was a new plan. In fact, I watched a little bit of a video that Classy Crypto did today, but I need to dig
Yeah,
a
I
little
saw
bit
that.
deeper into it. Yeah, you saw it
I
too?
saw it
Okay.
before it came on. We started our show and so on for the day,
Yep.
and I like where that direction's going. But I will also state that this thing. Let's face it, guys. The Terra Luna project flip flops more than a politician, right?
Yeah.
So with that said, anything could all of a sudden just happen. The next day would be opposite. But I still will say this: even if they do what the minority wants and do this whole thing with the classic, etc., and the fork and whatnot, I still feel as though that there is opportunity. The thing is not dead. Now, of course, if they do this thing that Classic Crypto was mentioning, um, with people have trying to preserve what we have and do the whole UST version 2 and all those things, right, to preserve and I guess you could say, bring from the ashes, you would say, like a phoenix, the original Terra Luna coin, and get that back to where, even just half of what it used to be, or a quarter of what it used to be, just anything like that. That is obviously a way more appealing than the fork and whatnot. So yes, I did see that video. I thought it was pretty informative, and I'm excited. I've been excited anyway. Now I'm even more excited.
And if you guys have not checked it out, obviously check out Classic Crypto's video, but also check out my co-host Max's video. He did a good video on Terra Luna over at his own channel, which is Maximus Crypto. And link is in the description, guys. Go ahead and support Max if you like his commentary here on this show.
And it's not just Larry trying to shill and say, hey, help Maximus because he made a video. Ooh, wow. A lot of people have made videos. Big whoop-de-doo, right? A lot of influencers are hopping on the bandwagon and making a video. What he's trying to state also is, in my analysis of all this, I am in the minority. I realize it when it comes to the way I look at it. But on top of it, I will explain in detail to you why I feel as though that we shouldn't just be rooting for Terra Luna to hit $1, but we should put more focus on it hitting a penny and the reasons for that. So if that's something that interests you, definitely take a look at that. It may be worth your while.
Yeah, I believe I'm kind of hoping that, it crashes. I'm hoping that it goes way, way down and gains a zero back so I can get more of it. Like I said, I just bought some a little bit before the show because, I'm like, well, what happens if we're at the bottom and I might miss, buying more, but I'm thinking that we're not at the bottom and I'm just kind of hoping for it to crash and gain a zero back at least. But I will read a comment here from Nate Nay. He says, was Luna got hacked or do Do Kwon mismanage the Luna token and dissolve Luna? Yeah. I mean, I feel like it was some sort of a deliberate attack. I don't know exactly who was behind it. And it probably all revolves around money. But as I was saying on the one that was streamed that I was on the other day, at the 3 o'clock hour when Max wasn't there, I kind of compare it to, this is the door right here, which is Terra Luna, and Terra Luna crashing down has opened the door now. Well, I can't do it. Open the door, right? And then who's going to tiptoe through? The people that are going to regulate. It's called the government, right? They're going to have an opportunity now to say, haha, see that, guys? This is the reason why we need regulation of stablecoins. So that's the only unfortunate thing right there. But
literally that did happen. Janet Yellen literally mentioned it the first day.
Yeah.
When it all happened, and that, to me, that was like the nail in the coffin as far as, if you were wondering if they're going to put real regulation on stablecoins, that was like, yeah, that's going to happen now.
So what else did you want to, going back to the graph, because I know we wanted to be respectful to our guests. They wanted to talk a little bit about Luna.
No, that's about it. You guys can look more into it. I'm not going to bore you guys with all the little, technical things about it. Check it out if you want. It's just, again, it's just the cool, or I should say, the concept of Google in regards to like crypto and whatnot. Why wouldn't you want to take a look at that? By all means, help me out as far as I need more subscribers, of course, to get monetized. Because at the end of the day, guys, there's unforeseen things that could happen in which maybe one channel gets temporarily put down and we have to hop over to mine or whatever. But if you go sort by what popularity, you can do that real quick. I just want to show you guys real quick who aren't familiar with my particular YouTube. So, the main ones, of course, that done well for me are, Metopolis. That's something I always cover. I've gotten a decent amount of views and so on. If you're really into Metaverse, check out Metopolis. Check out, of course, Luna One. I do extensive coverage on that. So I try to break things down for you. And also, last but not least, DeFi, Clearpool, and so on. The price of that is right around the ICO. Really nice incentives for staking in regards to that. And then Larry and I, believe it or not, it's not 100% confirmed. We're going to actually be talking with the Clearpool team and sharing with you guys what Clearpool is all about. Actually, maybe next week, if I'm not mistaken. So.
Yeah, we have a lot of exciting things. We also not only going to be talking about or talking with the team from Clearpool next week. The team from Clearpool can't come on here. So what we're going to do is a recorded video, and we might take some clips of that video and put that in our show. Real quick plug again for our show. Monday through Friday, the Max and Larry show is 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then also on the weekends, it is 3 p.m. on Saturday and 3 p.m. on Sunday, Eastern Standard Time. We have another show 7 days a week, and that is simply 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we've got some exciting things going on, and welcome to everyone that's just joined us. We are going to be wrapping up soon. However, we do appreciate you coming in here with us. So also, don't forget, guys, as a reminder, definitely check out Max's channel, which is Maximus Crypto. Go over there, be kind to him, and subscribe to his channel.
All one word, no space.
Right. You can see it right up on here on the screen, Maximus Crypto. Also, in the upper left-hand corner of your screen, you can see our Twitter. Please, guys, follow us on Twitter. We're trying to build up our Twitter community over there. Crypto Talk Now 21, and also Max's personal Twitter for his crypto stuff and everything else. I think also maybe related to your gaming. Do you have two different Twitters or just one, Max?
I have one Twitter, and it's connected for both my crypto channel and my gaming channel. So.
And that Twitter handle is DPG Maximus. You can see that up in the left corner. If you want to make it easier, the links are right in the description of this video, guys. And we thank you so much for your support. We are definitely growing this channel. We're definitely growing this show as well. And we have some really big plans in the works. So we're going to be talking with Clearpool, and also look out for an AMA this Friday the 27th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be doing an AMA with the Pixel team. It'll be a live AMA with the Pixel team. Their pre-sale has just ended, and there's going to be some good things. So make sure you guys bring your questions. Also, please go out to your Telegram groups. Go out to the good people in the Telegram groups. And also, if you have to rattle the cage of some of the dingbats that run these groups, the Telegram groups, go ahead and do that. And ask them to bring members of the community from the tokens and coins you want to cover. And we would be more than happy to have guests on this show to come over and talk about your favorite crypto projects, products, coins, whatever they are. So I think Max will be back momentarily. And don't forget, once again, guys, to join us tomorrow. We have a new start time for Sundays as well. It's going to be 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, guys, we thank you so much for joining us. We are going to say goodbye to you, and we will see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Take care and be safe.
Take care, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.